Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahleali in this incarnation. Today we have the moon going through Cancer until April 6th, or could be in other places at night of April 5th. So um, the moon is accompanying this movement, this strong movement of the first week of Neptune in the degree 0 of Aries. That it is this kind of reset. Everything that touches that mathematical degree, it is a reset, it is a new beginning, but also an ending. And in this dissolution of who we are, of who we are not anymore, to give space to who we are being right now, because we are constantly revealing ourselves through new experiences. There could be a lot of chaotic emotions, anger as the other face of sadness, and experiences that are calling us to surrender to what we cannot control, which is mainly an aspect of all the transpersonals, not only Neptune. And with the moon in Cancer, it could be emerging memories of the past, situations that were like a milestone, important points of our lives in which perhaps we made identity, but I think that the most important thing could be opening ourselves to observing what it was and what it is with a higher perspective. If there is confusion and you are not feeling okay, probably it is because there is this will of, we are trying to feed situations with an old perception, or perhaps we are attaching to an old vision of how from our mind and our egos we think that things should be, and not navigating what it is. And sometimes we just have to navigate that chaos so we can find a new order, and transcending limitations of the perception in order to move situations in the order of the matter. It is also learning to accept the boundaries, the limits that the matter establishes in certain phases of the path. I'm going to get deeper in this, because what I am referring with this, it is that Venus is retrograde and in conjunction with Saturn. They are at a 1 degree of distance. And also Mercury and the North Node are participating. The first time that Venus has had the encounter with Saturn, they weren't that close of the North Node. So that's why we could feel this stronger this time. And the encounter with Venus, Saturn, Mercury, and the Node, it is also they are going to be part of the energy of the whole week, because they participate of the next full moon in Libra, Venus as the regent of that event, and also all of them in other aspects. I'm going to talk about that later. So these transits are inviting us to another degree of maturity, another level. And that's why I was telling you that it is not only about learning to establish boundaries with the external things, but also with ourselves, and also to accept them. I mean, to take the boundaries, what is closing, what could imply an obstacle, that is another expression of Saturn, or the consequences of previous decisions, as an opportunity, one more opportunity of growth, even if this is painful in certain cases, because everything in Pisces moves profound, deep emotions that perhaps they were there unconsciously. But well, as Venus is associated to the desires of our soul, to love in every shape, that what is not for us right now, or the things that are not manifesting yet in our path, have the purpose to show us what we do need to cultivate inside, and to take that to decisions in the material reality, because there is no growth without that. I mean, the interaction with reality, with others, with the external, it is what offers opportunities of constant choices. And beyond our evident human imperfections, in that interaction with the world, with the material world and with people, it is that we have the possibility to choose differently when something requires it. This transit doesn't necessarily need to be an obstacle or a negative consequence. Could be a moment of consolidation of what truly represents love for oneself through decisions that we are assuming with responsibility, through putting the focus in what leads us to construct, to build, and also to retire from situations and relationships, and relationships that are not representing a loving investment of energy. So what happens many times with Saturn and Mercury that is also there. Wait a minute. It is that many times it could put in evidence the most negative perceptions. Of course, this is a choice. And I am talking about perhaps feeling that we don't have the possibility to change circumstances, to feel restricted, to observe everything through the filter of lack, victimization as a pattern. And with this, with the victimization thing, it is very important to comprehend that this could emerge from circumstances, previous circumstances in which we didn't have the possibility to make things different or to prevent the damage from external people or situations, for example, in our childhood. But the thing is that for oneself, to lead ourselves to the materialization of different realities in relationships that we can actually give and receive from love, the materialization of experiences that we truly value from our heart, we need to incarnate the authority of our path. Authority in truly represents to listen to the voice of our soul, to allow the expression of divinity or God inside of us, embracing with compassion what it was, but choosing from what we truly want right now. Because once we open our eyes, wait a minute. Once we are I don't know what is happening. Okay, once we are opening our eyes to understand that the inner energy and our acts are a fundamental, are part of the basis of the creation of our reality. And once we are choosing the path of love and we allow that the veils that are distorting our perception of reality to fall in the process, and we are taking decisions one after another, responding to that clarity that is enabling, we can fall, we can try to deviate ourselves, but the more incoherence that we are provoking, the more that we are going to be, that we are going to keep us away from inner peace and from feeling that we can flow with life. I mean, the sense of not feeling good is going to be intensified the more that we advance in our path. Because we already know which is, we are recognizing which is the direction or which is the next step. So could be this presence of Saturn, a moment where life presents a new challenge to unifying us internally and externally, as many others that we have transited before. But it is also this energy, the one that shows us the path of mastery and the fruits of that labor. So I just wanted to leave this message today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.